Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon, and I've got some good news, some really good news if you're looking forward to High Guardian Spice. I know we're really looking forward to High Guardian Spice here at Clownfish TV. There is a chance, possibly, maybe, that it could wind up on Adult Swim or on Toonami. So this article coming from comicbookresources.com, Geeky pointed this out to me this morning. Adult Swim, Crunchyroll partner up to expand anime distribution. We're going to read this article and then we're going to talk a little bit about how all of these companies are related to one another and what the end game might be for projects like High Guardian Spice. Okay, so Warner Media's reorganization is creating a closer working relationship between two of its most prominent assets in animation, Adult Swim and Crunchyroll. Now, for those of you who watch Adult Swim, there's a lot of anime on Adult Swim, but we'll see how much is left after the Funimation deal happens. According to Deadline, the mature cartoon block and anime purveyor are moving toward co-productions, licensing opportunities, and more. Crunchyroll will then become a premier content provider for Adult Swim's Saturday anime lineup, Toonami. Our partnership with Crunchyroll will serve up exciting new possibilities for both of us, Adult Swim's SVP and creative director said. This will expand Toonami's already great programming to include even more premiere and original anime. This is important, even more premiere and original anime. It's a great time to be an anime fan. High five, everybody. Crunchyroll GM Joanne Wage, I'm not really sure how you pronounce her last name, also expressed elation about the partnership. Our mission is to grow anime globally, which makes Adult Swim the perfect partner, as Toonami has been incredibly influential in the growth of anime here in the US, she said. We can't wait to show our fans what we have in store for them through this new programming partnership. Expect new co-productions, expanded distribution of dubs, and generally more accessible anime. So, this is important. Adult Swim, Toonami, and Otter Media properties such as Crunchyroll fall into a portfolio of kids, young adult, and animated content overseen directly by Warner Brothers chairman and CEO. So here's the thing. All of these companies are part of Otter Media, which is owned by Warner Brothers, Crunchyroll, Verve, Fullscreen, Rooster Teeth, Gunpowder and Sky, and Hello Sunshine. I don't even know what the last two are. But these are important to animation fans, right? Crunchyroll, Verve, which is doing more animation stuff, Fullscreen, which I guess they got whatever was left from Machinima. Machinima just suddenly closed up, and Fullscreen wound up with what was left of Machinima, and Rooster Teeth, which produces Ruby. Starting to connect these dots here, that Crunchyroll and Rooster Teeth are part of the same company here. So Warner Brothers, which owns these companies, right, they have a habit of just sort of consolidating and shuttering things very, very quickly. Now, last fall, they got rid of Drama Fever, which they picked up. Drama Fever, of course, being the biggest K-drama site on the internet and one of Geeky's personal favorites. They just shuttered it one day. They're just like, yep, we're out of business. We're gone. We're done. And they also kind of did the same thing to Machinima. They kind of, Machinima was declining, but they just one day decided, hey, you're all part of Fullscreen now. You're all part of Fullscreen. Very sudden, Machinima creators got a letter telling them they're now part of Fullscreen back in January. And so they just sort of phased out that business division. So what could possibly be going on here with High Guardian Spice? High Guardian Spice, the very unexpectedly controversial pseudo anime coming from Crunchyroll. Now, the biggest complaint that a lot of Crunchyroll fans had about this production is it is produced here in the States. Apparently, it's going to be animated in Japan, but it has a heavy focus on identity politics from what little we can gather from the information that's out there. And a lot of Crunchyroll subscribers were not happy because they wanted to support Japanese-only animation, actual anime, and this is actually a US production that just happens to be animated in Japan. If you want more information on High Guardian Spice, you can go out, check our archives. We've done multiple videos on the High Guardian Spice debacle, but things are starting to come into focus here, right? They're really starting to come into focus because what could potentially be going on, since Adult Swim is part of Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network is also part of Warner Brothers, right? So what could potentially be going on here is that High Guardian Spice isn't actually being made just for Crunchyroll. Now, they've said before that it's going to be going to the Verve platform, but it could be that High Guardian Spice is actually a production for Cartoon Network. I mean, that is a total possibility. They keep talking about all these co-productions that Crunchyroll is going to do with Cartoon Network. And of course, that's probably going to involve Rooster Teeth, Crunchyroll, and given the way that Warner Brothers seems to be doing things these days, they've bought these companies up, and they seem to be sort of streamlining their business model, right? They got rid of Drama Fever, maybe because it could be seen as an overlap with Crunchyroll. They have like too many business divisions here, so I could totally see them taking Crunchyroll and Verve and Rooster Teeth and sort of smushing them into one business unit that's just like their animation unit, their animation studio that makes anime flavored, pseudo anime for Cartoon Network, for Adult Swim. Then everything at some point sort of becomes part of Cartoon Network, because it just seems to be the way that Warner Brothers is doing things right now. Now, nothing has been confirmed. They haven't confirmed that High Guardian Spice is coming to Toonami, but it wouldn't surprise me at all, especially when they talk about all of these co-productions. The only ones I can really think of at this point that are far enough along in development to maybe take advantage of that deal would be High Guardian Spice. So High Guardian Spice was never designed to even appeal to anime audiences. It sort of looks like something they wanted to put together that would be anime enough to appeal to anime fans, but also something that would appeal to like the Steven Universe crowd on Cartoon Network. So it's starting to make a little more sense now as to why they're doing this, because I don't think Crunchyroll was ever really the destination for this project. So speaking of Adult Swim, related to this, they're actually going to start a 24-hour Adult Swim channel in Canada. Not here, but in Canada. So this was a couple of days ago. They said that they're talking about how they're going to start a 24-hour Canadian Adult Swim. It's going to start on April 1st. It's spinning out of a long-term partnership with Turner Broadcasting. Again, all of this is Warner Brothers, which has now been folded into Warner Media. The new channel will replace Chorus Network Action, which is being phased out. The new Adult Swim channel will feature all viewer favorites: Robot Chicken, Tim and Eric's Bedtime Stories, Eric Andre's Show, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, American Dad, Rick and Morty, probably a bunch of anime or pseudo anime that they're producing. So you can kind of see the bigger picture here, and this kind of goes along with what we've been talking about. What's going on in the anime industry is we basically have these huge corporate powerhouses, Warner Brothers and Sony, sort of positioning anime now to hit the mainstream in a way that it hasn't in a very, very long time. It's been a long time since anime has been absolutely huge, and we're seeing, with the dollars following Dragon Ball and the dollars following Alita, that there is a market for it. And absolutely, these companies are going to want to cash in on that. They're going to want to have properties that they own, like High Guardian Spice, that they actually own the IP versus just dubbing a program. So I think you're going to see more and more American co-productions designed for American and Canadian audiences that, again, Warner Brothers or Sony owns. Just a hunch I have based on what's going on here. Again, nothing has been confirmed about High Guardian Spice coming to Cartoon Network. It just seems like a very logical step given the way that Warner Brothers is organized right now with animation. So stay tuned to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, views, rants, gaming videos, art videos, and more. This has been Neon. We'll talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.